Okay. So ayan, I'm actually tasked to share about the introduction to e-commerce. Okay, how many of you parang pag sinabing e-commerce, what sticks into your mind? Ano yung nagbigay sa'yo? What was that word na pag sinabing e-commerce, ano siya? Can you type in, ano ba yung pag sinabing e-commerce? Anong pumasok sa mind nyo? Online, so sabi ni Rochelle, online. Okay? Okay. Online lang, pag sinabing e-commerce, yun lang ba? Can you type in? How about others? Okay. So parang wala. Andyan ba kayo, guys? Sige. Electronic. Okay. Sabi naman ni Jane Maghanoy, platforms. So buy and sell, online selling and buying. Okay. So let's get into details with no. Okay, pag sinabi nating e-commerce, it actually means electronic commerce is the exchange of information or transactions using any form of electronic communications. Okay, it can also be referred to as an electronic transaction. And when it comes to the e-commerce in the Philippines context as defined by Republic Act 8792 or the e-commerce law, it actually involves two things, the commercial electronic transactions and non-commercial transactions. Okay, are you aware that we have a law, e-commerce law, that is Republic Act 8792? Or yeah, is this the first time you heard about it, that we have a law? Sino po yung alam merong law that exists? Okay. Wala. Okay. So according to the sa section 6 naman ng commercial Republic Act 8792, pag sinasabi nating commercial activities, this shall be given a wide interpretation so as to cover matters arising from all relationships of a commercial nature, whether contractual or not. So it is the term shall likewise refer to acts, events, transactions, or dealings occurring between or among parties, including but not limited to factoring, investments, leasing, consulting, insurance, and all other services, as well as the manufacture, processing, purchase, sale, supply, distribution, or transacting in any manner of tangible and intangible property of all kinds, such as commodities, goods, merchandise, financial and banking products, patents, participations, share of stocks, software, books, work of art, and other intellectual property. Okay. Now, on the other side, non-commercial activities naman are those not falling under commercial activities. So basically, when it comes to the e-commerce, it does not only pertain to the monetary transactions, even without that non-monetary interactions. Okay. Now, when it comes to the different types of, or say sample of mga e-commerce. So when it comes to the e-commerce, let's say for example, there are many opportunities actually when it comes to e-commerce. Number one, you can sell online course. So let's say for example, this is my website. I provide training. So basically this is it's a form of again of e-commerce wherein I sell online courses. And another sample of e-commerce transaction is we are like, for example, if ngayon ba, how do you pay by your taxes? Do you directly go to your RDO, or you can actually right now there is already some platforms like Taxumo, wherein you can pay taxes online. You don't have to go to the RDO and submit. All you need to do is just submit your file, your tax, and then that's it. As simple as 5 minutes, you can actually you're done with your paying taxes online. Okay, so that's one of the few examples when it comes to the e-commerce industry. Okay. Another one, there is also, if you are familiar with yung PSA, so you can also request for a copy of your birth certificate or NBI clearance online. Okay, that is possible as well. And then, or probably you can offer services online. Like for me, I offer services when it comes to WooCommerce, WordPress, web development, and you get paid for it. So that is actually like, we have here Upwork. So Upwork kasi, it's a freelancing platform where you can find online jobs, where you can find, that is a platform again of finding online jobs. And we are mainly using the e-commerce for this specific platform. Okay. Another one, for sure we are familiar with Grab. Okay? Yung sa Grab naman, yeah, we can book now. We can book now sa mga Grab, yung mga cars. We can simply use an app, and then from there, ano lang, input ka lang ng ano saan yung destination mo, and then again in 10 minutes or 15 minutes, you can easily ano na, makakakuha ka na ng pwede mong sakyan on whatever destination you would like. You will go, no? So that's one of the samples. Another one is, again, you can book transportation, travel requirements online like Grab, bus riding services, and or airline sites. Okay? And then another one also, if you are familiar with Food Panda, okay, you can now order food or groceries online. Okay, so you can you simply use an app and then order that one. It can be delivered right directly in front of your house now without you going outside, diba? So these are some sample of the whole e-commerce scope. Okay, now when it comes to the e-commerce, there are different business models. Okay, so first we have the business to consumer, or what we call B2C. So ano bang type of business model to? So when we say B2C, it's when a business sells a product or service to a consumer. Okay, so business to consumer. And then another one is we also have consumer to consumer naman. So we call this one a C2C. So this one is when it is a transaction between consumer to consumer. So you directly trade with one another. And we also have G2B. It's the government to business. We call this one when government transacts with business online. That's one of the form. And then we also have the G2C, which is government to consumer. So this one is when government transacts consumer online naman. And there's another one. We have also the B2B, which is business to business model. Okay, that is directly interacting from one business to a different business. Okay. So there's actually there's a recent study. Actually, this is from HotSuite. It's a platform, social media platform, no. Na there is this ano yung study about the e-commerce activity overview sa Philippines. So way back, January 2021 lang to na survey. So they conducted a survey of like around survey nila is nag-range from internet users na ages 16 to 64. Okay, so ang sabi sa survey is that the e-commerce activity or overview, no, there are 89.3% na nagse-search online for any product or service to buy. Okay, so any device yan, it could be a desktop, laptop, mobile. Okay, and then there is 87.8% who visited an online retail site or store. And another one is there is around 85.7% used a shopping app on a mobile phone or on a tablet. Okay, and then 80.2% purchase a product online, again using any device. And we have 69.6% purchase product online via mobile phone. Okay. Now, when it comes to e-commerce purchases by age group, the percentage of again, this one ang category niya is percentage of internet users in age group that made an online purchase in the past month via any device. Again, we're talking device, we're talking about laptop, computer, or mobile. Okay, yung between 16 to 24 years old, 77.2% nagpo-purchase ng product online. Again, based again on the past, yung ano nila as of January 2021. So 77%, 77.2%. Okay? Now, yung ano naman, for those ages 25 to 34 years old, it ranges from 82.3% ang nagpo-purchase ng product online. The next one is yung mga nasa 35.44% naman ang nagpo-purchase a product online. So medyo mataas yung mga nasa ages 35 to 44 years old. Okay? And then for those 45 to 54 years old, again, 76.9% lang ang meron sa kanila. Okay? And then we have for those ages 55, 64 years old, around 71% na ang napo-purchase online. So based on this data kasi, this gives you an indication. Again, ano ba yung are lahat ba ng mga tao na andito na ba talaga when it comes to are they really pursuing for the e-commerce transactions? Okay? Now, another one is there's another survey that talks about alin yung by spend by category. So far, it's actually we have around the highest actually is yung nasa furniture and appliances around 845 million. And the other one, yung pinakamababa na the highest is 3.1 billion. It's more on travel, mobility, accommodation. But the lowest one is, let's see, the lowest one is more on digital music, which is 23.48. But when it comes to the food category, food and personal care, it's around 483.5 million. Okay? Okay. So, this one naman, according naman, this one is about the Google Shopping. Okay, Google Shopping. Now, ang top queries way back 2020, ang sinasabi dito, yung mga tao na nagsisearch sa Philippines, ang pinakamataas na sinesearch is Samsung. Probably this might be looking for a cell phone. And if you look at it, it's more on the gadget, Oppo, Vivo, Huawei laptop. Okay? And then what else? Samsung shoes. So I guess maraming naghahanap ng shoes. And then of course, the platform marketplace, which is Shopee and Lazada. So yun yung the most common shopping queries. Okay. Again, yung shopping queries, yun yung nagsisearch sa Google, finding something. Okay. Okay, now, can you still hear me, everyone? Naririnig po ba?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay, great. Now, when it comes naman to the consumer goods e-commerce, okay? So we have around 38.88 million. These are the number of people purchasing consumer goods via the internet, okay? And then it's 3.55 billion total value of the consumer goods yung nasa e-commerce market. Now, you have to think about it. Ano kaya yung percentage ng nasa agriculture when it comes to the contribution dito? So you just have, we really don't know, but somehow this will give you an idea on nasaan na ba tayo so when it comes to the e-commerce, okay? And then the annual growth in the total value of the consumer goods e-commerce, it's raised around to 42.5%, okay? And then when it comes to online consumer goods purchase, the average annual spend, again, annual to per user is around $91. So more or less, mga 500 ba, if tama yung math ko, guys. So yun yung na overview ng consumer goods e-commerce. Okay. Now, this one naman, there is this what we call internet facilitated purchases. So this one, ano ba yung ginagamit na pang-pay for, okay? So let's say for example, sa mobile payments. So again, we're making use of the mobile payments. There is around 29.9%. While for the paid digital content, okay, we have around 67.4%. And then 29.9% goes to the online rides, sa mga yung mga hailing service, and 62% falls on the online food delivery service. Okay, so yun yung kind of transaction with that one when it comes to purchase. Okay, now when it comes with the overview, when it comes to the digital payment, so this is the size and growth of the digital payment in market. So this one is there are 38.88 million number of people marketing digitally enabled payment transactions. Again, this is for the Philippines. And then there's around 10.52 billion total annual value of digitally enabled consumer payments. And then, of course, we also have annual change in the value of digitally enabled consumer payments around 26.6%. Okay, so the average value of annual transactions per user is around $271. Okay, so ayan. Now, I'll move forward for this one for the online food delivery. Okay, and I guess agriculture contributes somehow. Tama ba? When it comes sa mga food, this one for sure nagko-contribute dito. So there are this is the size and growth of the market for online services providing takeaway food delivery. So there is around, when it comes to number of people using online services to order takeaway food delivery, so that's around 8.83 million. And well, when it comes to the total value of the online food delivery market, there is around 247.2 million. Okay? And the average annual revenue per user when it comes sa nagpapa-deliver, it's around $28. Okay? So that is for the pay. Now, given all this data, okay? Given sa data. Pero kahit ganun pa man kataas na yung when it comes to the when it comes to this data, merong challenges yung Philippines, okay? Madami yung mga challenges of getting into e-commerce. When it comes when I say challenges, parang nakakapagsimula. So the same way, I'm just wondering with you guys, were you able ba to have some idea on what do you think about the scope of the agriculture industry? What do you think what are those challenges? Now, let me give you some points. Ano ba yung mga challenges na hindi nakakapag-stop for us to really get into e-commerce? Number one is that right now pa naman kasi it's more on cash-based payments pa tayo, no? So halos majority for now, mas preferred pa rin yung cash-based payments. And pangalawa, of course, palagi namang issue yung internet connectivity challenges. And when we are into commerce, definitely we will be using internet. And sometimes kasi yun, paano pag nag-transaction and then may challenges nga sa internet connection. Okay? And then the third one will be the logistic concerns due to yung geography natin. So for example, let's say for example, may medyo mahirap yung logistics natin kasi what if sobrang malayo, far-flung areas na talaga, would you consider doing that one given mataas yung shipping fee? Okay? So again, those can be the challenges na pwedeng ma-encounter when we are getting into e-commerce. And yeah, the shipping price, identifying kung sino ba yung magiging logistic partner mo for this one. Okay. Another challenges will be is about that e-commerce perceptions. Sometimes kasi andun yung perception na can I trust this particular store. So andun yun eh. That will always be a challenge for us kasi nga yung perception baka paano ako pagkakatiwalaan? Okay, lalo na pag nagsisimula ako. How can I overcome, how can I do that one na pagkakatiwalaan ako ng target buyer ko? Okay, so those are the challenges of getting into e-commerce. Okay. Now, on top of that one, I think one of the highlights then na pwede nating i-look at is the lack of awareness. I think not all, hindi pa talaga ganun siya ka-spread when it comes on how e-commerce can help us to thrive in this challenging situation natin. Kulang pa yung again pag-spread out on how e-commerce can definitely help you bring food to your table. Okay, how e-commerce can really give a big impact sa buhay ng lalo na mga farmers. Yeah, it's more lacking pa on that one. And people may not know that even if you are probably based in Cagayan de Oro, in Iligan, you can actually, if you have great products, agricultural products, you can actually go into yung mga products na meron tayo, we can actually go that one directly to the US, Australia, UK, no? So there's that lack of awareness. And then of course, another challenges din is yung increase of difficulty in attracting customers. Like for example, kung bago ka, paano ka nga ba, how can you be in front of that target market, no? kung what is ever, let's say for example, you're selling online, ano ba, mga online groceries, how would you, that would be, yun yung magiging challenge if you don't have the knowledge on paano ba ako makakapag-attract, paano ba ako magiging ano, parang how would I know that I will be able to get the buyer's trust. So it's going to be a very challenging part if you don't have the awareness and the knowledge. Okay? So given that one, okay, sabi ni Jean Paul Ago, CEO ng L'Oreal, e-commerce isn't the cherry on the cake, it's the new cake now. So right now, it is very important na tayo, we start transitioning into the e-commerce side, right? Kasi right, the comfort of your homes, again, we can actually, it's a great opportunity for us na, kailangan mo lang ng website, you need a website, you need a product, you need the right mindset, you need the right attitude, you can actually get started getting into e-commerce. Okay, you can, even if you are 17 years old, as long as you have that madali, somehow andun na yung madaling ma-set up actually in reality. Yeah. Okay. So given that one na gusto na nating mag-transition when it comes to the e-commerce, what are the options? Okay? So there are 3 options that na pwede nyong i-try. So probably you might be planning to sell something. Probably you want to try going into marketplaces. So the marketplaces is Lazada, like Lazada, Shopee. Okay? So si Lazada, Shopee kasi ang kagandahan ni Lazada at Shopee, meron na silang existing audience. So all you need to do is just to connect with them, plug in your products, and then start selling. Okay? So, but of course, andun pa rin yung idea na you need to learn as well on how you're going to market your products. So, ang kagandahan nito is you can what you call this one, you can directly, connect ka lang diretso, andyan na yung audience, madali na siya. Okay. Now, another side naman, what you can do when you want to kick off your e-commerce business, you can start with Shopify. So this is a platform. So I think it's a subscription based, no? Wherein again, you just have to naka-ready na rin sa inyo, yung platform. You just have to plug in, so you just have to customize, and then but you're going to pay for that one on a month-to-month basis. Okay. Now, that's one of the options, and then another one would be there's what we call the WordPress or the WooCommerce. So this one, the WooCommerce and the WordPress can be used into one integration. So basically that one will be about WordPress web development using the WooCommerce. So that's an integration. Okay. So yeah, those are the things that you can get started. You can get started if you have products you want to sell. The best, you can actually, para kung gusto mo talagang madali, you go to Lazada because you only need to sign up for that one. Okay. Now, when it comes for me personally, I'm using the following. I'm using WordPress. I'm using WooCommerce. So yung WordPress, it's a content management system. And then there is this WooCommerce. So yung WooCommerce naman, it's e-commerce platform. So ini-integrate natin yan with WordPress. And then we have also the Ocean WP is actually a theme, WordPress theme. Kumbaga, this one will be used for how you want to design your website. And then the same way with Elementor, this are package. Okay, you already have the package. Okay, and then Elementor is a page builder, so you can customize your website. And at the same time, kailangan din natin ng payment integration. So personally, I'm making use of Union Bank to receive payment. I'm making use of PayPal, and I'm making use of Gcash. So basically, with this e-commerce setup, I can get started with my e-commerce business. And yeah, basically that's it, guys. When you want to set up your e-commerce, you can simply use this one. Okay, and that's it. So I hope that you were able to get idea on how you can get started with your e-commerce business. Okay, so that's it, and thank you.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much po, Ma'am Jane, for those very useful inputs. Yes. And from the history of e-commerce to the challenges, and of course to the to on how to set up e-commerce. So that was really helpful. I know that our participants have really learned a lot from you. So yon, para naman bigyan natin ng or para mapakita ang ating gratitude ka, Ma'am Jane, can I ask the participants to please send an online applause, di ba? Hello guys, paramdam naman kayo. Baka nakatulog na yung iba. But anyway, Ma'am Jane will be on standby. She will join us once again on the open forum. But first, we will muna listen to our second speakers. So I think they are already in the Zoom meeting. So yun, we will listen to the Online Palengke Team. They are our speakers in our earlier webinars. So I think that's as what our dean have mentioned nga, they were they joined us last September 23. So 2020. So sila po yung ating speaker. So are they here already, Online Palengke Team? Okay, okay, parang na-disconnect daw sila. So, while waiting na lang for them, can we just, okay, mag-read na lang po muna tayo sa mga chat. Yes, noon, madami na nag-online applause. Yes. And then, meron pong mga messages. Thank you daw po, Miss Jane. Thank you po, ma'am. And ano yun, okay, thank you. Thank you, Ma'am Jane. Okay, madami pala thank you. Thank you talagang sinasabi na lahat. Of course. So, guys, are you, sino pala dito yung, good day po. Sa workshop po ba later, do we need to install certain apps or tools? Wala po. Wala po kayong i-install na app or tools, but we will open a website wherein you can start your online, or yeah, you can start doing some initial lang na pag-build ng inyong e-commerce business. So, the platforms that was mentioned earlier by Ma'am Jean will no parang there is another platform that is similar to that, and that's what we are going to talk about later. So yun, nandito na po ba yung online palengke? Okay, nandito na pala sila. Okay, so they're still, I think, setting up pa. So, just okay, yes, we are also ano no, while waiting, we are no parang yes, we would like to encourage everyone to type your questions, and ano na, we are ready to accept some of them para din hindi masayang yung oras natin. And again, to those who are watching in our Facebook Live, if you are already pre-registered to this webinar today, please do open your Zoom link, no, and join us here. Because again, only those that are here in Zoom will receive certificate for today's webinar episode. So yung mga nanonood po dyan sa Facebook natin, yes, you are free to watch and also to learn from our speakers, but the certificates are only given to our participants today kasi nga meron silang accomplishment or meron silang output na gagawin. Yun. So, everyone, since parang joining pa po din ang ating online palengke team, so meron po bang, baka po merong gustong mag-share, especially doon, baka meron ng nakatry na meron ng online store or parang naka-sell na ng kanilang products online or nakatry na ng mga platforms na na-mention earlier ni Ma'am Jane, baka gusto niyong mag-share ng inyong mga stories. Okay, meron daw question. Okay, this one is from Angeline Hamisola. I heard that setting up your own webpage can be expensive. Are there other alternatives other than joining Shopee or Lazada? So, Ma'am Jane, baka po pwede niyong ma-answer itong question na to.
Okay. When it comes kasi with no setting up your website, syempre you need to invest on the hosting. Okay? Ang kagandahan lang kasi if having your own website is hawak mo, control mo. Kasi that's yours eh. Okay? Yeah, it will initially you can actually start with around 2,200 pesos, or probably may mga lower pa from that one. You can the idea now will be is all about you learning on how to do it. But there are so many different merong YouTube, okay? Merong YouTube, you just have to watch that one. So meron namang other than joining, okay. You can use word, yeah, merong wordpress.com, merong what else pa ba? Wordpress.com, and then okay, hold on. I-recall ko lang ha. Medyo wordpress.com, pwede you can get started with that one. And sorry, na-forget ko yung yung mga ano. Now, do you want to have ba may questions to you guys. Do you want to do you want ba to learn about getting that free training? May kasi yan eh. Paano mo gawin, 'di ba? After you have that one, paano yung gawin? If you want to have that training as well, you go for DICT. There's DICT offering a digital training program on WordPress web development. Basically we're using WooCommerce for that one. Yeah, they have a good right now they're offering free hosting so far with the classes that I've known on. Nag-offer sila ng free, and then that would be a good investment at your end right now. The training plus the free hosting, that's a good way to get started.
Oh, yes, oo nga po. So, I think one of our staff actually joined that DICT program. So, ma'am, meron pong next question. Madami-dami. Biglang dumami yung questions eh. So, let's just read it na lang din, no, for those who are watching from Facebook. Ito po yung sunod na question from Christine of EWTPM. Hello nga po pala sa EWTPM, especially ka, Ma'am Loiche. Hello po. Yun, just wondering, does GCash directly connect to our bank accounts?
Well, manually kung ita-transfer yan from GCash to bank accounts, manually siya. Yeah, manually.
Yes. Oo nga po. I think meron pong ano yan, sa GCash nyo po
GCash, yeah.
talaga na account,
Yes.
malilink yung mga bank accounts, other bank accounts nyo. Yun. Okay, ito naman po, in doing an online business, is it true that we have to apply for a business permit?
Well, yes, naman, dapat talaga pag-apply kahit whatever business that we have. Again, number one is we want to follow the rules, diba? We want to follow the policy, okay? So yes, that should be part of your doing an online business, yes.
Okay, thank you ma'am sa pagklaro niyan.
Yeah, may I add
Ay po.
lang may
Opo.
I add lang. Now, depende lang din kasi yan. Depende lang din kasi sometimes kasi hindi naman agad-agad, hindi rin naman agad-agad ka somehow you test the waters, but basically a month will do. You can, hindi naman din siya agad-agad.
Yes, especially po I think rin as your business gets larger, no, the need to really apply for business permit will appear talaga.
Yes.
Yun. Okay, now po, next question. Ito naman po from e-commerce. Okay, to become a successful online entrepreneur, what should one possess in terms of knowledge, attitude, and skills?
Okay, siguro I'd like to start with what that clarity. Okay? That clarity. Who do you want to serve? Okay? The clarity, sino gusto niyo maging target market? Kasi for example, if you are into the agriculture side, sino yung target market niya? Okay, the clarity. Now, second one is you need to solve a problem. What problem are you solving? Okay, quote unquote problem. Okay, what problem are you solving? And then of course that's your solution. Now, pag andun ng yung clarity, okay? Andun na yung clarity, samahan natin ng right mindset, okay? The right mindset, and of course, yung right mindset yung pagtsatsaga natin, okay? Yung pagtsatsaga natin, and of course, yung faith natin kay God, yun yung I believe that contributes for us to be successful in that area.
As we were saying earlier, when we launched Online Palengke in 2018, online shopping was already popular. Merong Shopee, may Lazada, there was also Grab. However, pamamalengke online, that was still a big question mark. because while everybody loved the idea that it will be more convenient and everything, and they also loved our concept now, our goal is to get 100% of our catalog from farmers we know. There is still a lot of doubt surrounding it. Because how do you make sure that the vegetables will arrive? Well, yeah, yun muna. How do you make sure na i-deliver nga yung gulay? How do you arrive that they will remain beautiful and fresh? How do you make sure na maganda yung pili? Because kaya ka nga naman malengke kasi ikaw yung namimili. Ganun. And also, habang on the way siya sa'yo, how do we make sure na hindi siya malalanta kagaya ng mga leafy, ganyan. So, on opening Online Palengke in 2018 was like shouting into the void because we are taking an unknown path. However, there is a statistic that really just stuck to us, which is why we kept on.
Mhm. So, in any business, normally, nauuso sa States. And normally, sa Philippines, gumagaya lang tayo lagi. And yung si Amazon Fresh ay nag-offer siya ng fresh, meaning fruits and vegetables online. At na-convert nila yung buong United States na fresh industry ay 2% ng grocery items na convert nila into online. And that 2% translate to multi-billion dollar industry. So, sabi ko nga, doon din pupunta yung Philippines. Though ang mga tao, yun nga, kagaya na nasabi ni Cheska, hindi sila sanay bumili ng things na hindi nila nakikita. Yung shoes, mas madali. Diba? Yung apparel, mas madali. But yung gulay at saka fruits, paano mo malalaman, paano ka makakasiguro na in good quality yung marireceive mo. Just like yung quality na nakikita mo sa supermarket. So, yun yung challenge. And we believe na sooner or later, marirealize din siya. It will, turn into a good business.
Mm-mm. Okay. So, yun yung situation namin in 2018 until nung 2020. 2020, right?
Yeah.
2020, the pandemic hit. That was like standing alone at a shore and there's this big tsunami wave coming at you. Or it's like being the lone ship on a stormy ocean. Except the wave is the market and the opportunity. And we were the only one there sa shore, which is a very good thing. It's almost as if the timing was perfect. Because people where we were all paralyzed in fear, hindi tayo makalabas. Even the wet markets are closed. And then there we were, the only online palengke. We had competitors, but you could count them by one hand. We were the only online palengke, the only solution to such a huge problem. And our sales jumped from 3 orders a week to 600 orders
a day.
Per day.
Yeah. That 600 orders a day translate to 1.2 million sales a day. Pero may disclaimer lang kasi nga nasa pandemic tayo at hindi naman natin in-expect lahat ng mangyayari yan. At we're not also ready. Andun na kami, andun na yung online palengke. But naka-close yung mga farms, hindi ka basta-basta makabiyahe, hindi ka makaka-import ng mga manpower to do the sorting. So hindi namin kayang i-deliver yung ganung amount, yung ganung number of orders.
Yes.
At the most, ang kaya lang namin i-deliver on a daily basis is around 100 orders. Yung 100 orders na yan, pagod na pagod, sobrang pagod. Talaga, as in sobrang pagod.
Yeah.
At dumating kami dun sa point na we had to close the website. Kasi ang iniisip ko at that time, yung credibility na nagbayad na sila, majority of the buyers are using credit cards. So, kung nagbayad na siya at hindi niya marireceive yung order niya, magbabackfire sa amin yun. So, what we did, in-schedule namin lahat yung mga orders, priority yung mga nagbayad ng credit card kasi bayad na. Yung mga cash on delivery, kinakausap namin sila na, are you willing to wait? Ganyan, para lang ma-serve sila. Kasi nga, mabilis lang machismis online na pwede ka na lang sabihin scammer and yun yung pinoprotect namin. Ayaw namin ma-brand na scammer kami. So, we have no choice. We have to close the website. Ganun po yung nangyari nung time na yun.
And we, because of yung statistic now, we knew that this was coming, but not this quickly.
Yeah. In fact, sinasabi ng mga e-commerce experts, sinasabi nila at the time before mangyari yung pandemic, ang e-commerce sa Philippines ay aabutin pa ng 10 to 15 years before ma-realize that people are really using online, no, for their transactions. But it happened in just 1 week. Na fast track siya yung 10 to 15 years, na fast track siya into 1 week. And yun nga, andun kami, nakapwesto nung time na yun.
All because we took the unknown path. I really think taking the unknown path was blessed. Yan. Okay. And so now, yan na nga, di ba? So, nakaset up na yung online palengke. Habang tumagal yung lockdowns, dumami din yung competitors. However, one by one, they also disappeared. Habang nag-loosen up yung restrictions, naging MECQ, then GCQ, so on. And so right now, without the artificial surge, we're looking at the market realistically. Like, ito talaga yung itsura ng market without the lockdowns. Ganyan. And it is very much like starting right from square one. However, this time, ang competitors namin are big groceries, online shopping platforms, and delivery platforms. Because they replicated because they saw that there was potential in online palengke, online gulay delivery. And so they wanted to, they know that they would be losing a potential market if they don't ride in on that. Aside from replicating the business model, they also replicated our products and offerings. We have this one, because we have sets, Nilaga set, chop suey set, and there was one set that was very different. It's our bilo-bilo set.
It's something na naisip lang kasi we go habang nagsusource ng mga materials, kaya naisip lang namin na why not offer a merienda set? Parang ganyan. And very Pinoy yung bilo-bilo set. And anyway, meron naman kaming saba everyday, kami mga nag-order ng sago, ganyan. So, we might as well bakit hindi tayo mag-offer ng bilo-bilo set? It's something na wala sa market. Hindi mo yan makikita sa grocery, wala mag-offer niyan. And surprisingly, these big brands sa fresh ay pinick up at nag-offer na sila ng bilo-bilo set. Parang, and there's one competitor na every day kasi we keep on brainstorming kami ni Francescka what to do next, ganyan. And lahat na lang na maisip namin, pag pinost namin, kinabukasan, ganun na rin siya. Diba? So parang to the point na parang it's so hard in our end kasi parang sobrang pinag-iisipan mo lahat ng moves mo. And then yung competitor is just copying your move. and napaparanoid ako because it seems that they're bigger and 'di ba they're maximizing yung effort mo, minamaximize nila on their benefit, para ganun yung nangyari. But apparently nawala rin siya. Wala na siya sa market.
Like McDonald's and Jollibee. Ayan, so, okay, sige, sabihin natin bilo-bilo. Well, bilo-bilo is common. But then, you know na you are being made the benchmark if they copy your exact prices. And that's what we
even the prices.
Yes.
The offering and the prices.
Ayan. So, when they make you the blueprint, that's when you know you did something great. You know, that's when you know you made your mark. Kapag ikaw yung ginagawa nilang benchmark, ginagawa nilang blueprint. right now, we're at so it was like a slope, you know. Andito kami at first, and then the pandemic, and then right now, nandito kami at the bottom of the slope. However, we're okay. Why? Number one, we have a very clear vision. Number two, we have the patience to brave the lows. Kasi, business, di ba? It's, ano yan, roller coaster. Kapag nandun ka sa taas, when it's good, it's so good. Pero pag nandun ka sa baba, that's not the time to give up. That's when you stick through it. So, andun kami ngayon.
Yeah. Walang pinagkaiba yan, Cheska, doon sa farmer na let's say an eggplant farmer ay ang taas-taas ang presyo. Sobrang happy sila, sobrang ang saya-saya nila. But yung pag bumagsak yung presyo, sobrang sad nila to the point na tatanggalin nila yung plant, papatayin nila yung plant. Tapos pag pinatay nila yung plant, a few weeks after, biglang tataas yung presyo, tapos nanlulumo sila kasi ang taas ng presyo, and yet wala na siyang eggplant. Parang ganun lang din yan dito sa amin, dito sa online palengke, na hindi ka pwedeng mag-give up pag
Nandun ka lang
andun
sa,
pa.
nandun ka lang sa baba. And then finally, we will always have the courage to take the unknown path. Because, ayan, they say, fortune favors the bold. That's my favorite quote. So if you go at it with like full belief and you make bold moves, the universe will bless you. Yan. So that's it. That's our.
Add ko lang, Cheska.
Ayan.
And for online palengke naman, hindi ka basta-basta mag-give up. Not only because hindi mo ini-enjoy yung sobrang laking kita, but because meron siyang purpose, like you want to help the farmers, ganyan. It's an advocacy. Ang online palengke is an advocacy of agribusiness, how it works, our YouTube channel. So may purpose kung bakit mo ginagawa, hindi lang para kumita. And ginagawa naman namin lahat yung magagawa namin in terms of marketing, ano yung dapat namin gawin, ano yung kailangan namin move para ma-sustain namin yung business, para lalong lumaki yung business. And I'm happy na there are people na that supports us na because sabi nila, it's the good karma. The good karma of doing agribusiness, how it works. Because we're teaching people. We're teaching people for them to know the technologies in farming. We're helping, yung ang slogan nga namin, to instruct, inspire, and succeed. So meron ang dami namin instructional videos, ang dami naming success stories for them to be, ma-encourage sila to do the farming. And most of all, we as much as possible, on our own little way, we want them to succeed by creating a market also for them. Para kasi useless if you're teaching how for them to farm pero wala naman silang market, useless siya. So kailangan talaga kumpletuhin yung cycle na yan. And that's what we're doing. And yung mga subscribers po ng agribusiness, how it works, sinasabi nila na it's a good karma kasi you're doing a lot of things for the people na hindi mo nga rin sila kilala Hindi mo sila kilala and wala tayong idea gaano kadami yung people na nagbe-benefit dun sa ginagawa natin. No? And yun, magugulat ka na there are followers na willing to help para lang ma-achieve mo yung mga goals. Ayan.
Mm-hmm. Ayan. So, yeah, that's it for us. Very short talk. Someone said, you're not just helping the farmers, but also consumers, especially today. We hope so. We like to think so. We do get a lot of OFW customers. So then mag-shop sila para sa family nila. And the destinations would usually be very far, like Laguna, Rizal, and we're based in QC. So the shipping fee is a little expensive. It's a long ride, but it's okay. very inspiring exchange, creating an opportunity not just for you but also for others. That is part of our vision. And I think that's for us. Our talk is done.
Okay, thank you po. Thank you so much, Sir Body and Ma'am Cheska, for really inspirational na talk. Short but very inspirational, and marami ding inputs din nakuha yung ating mga participants. So, I think we'll just invite our first speaker, si Ma'am Jane, para rin if there are any other questions pa sa inyo, we can address it. But I think there are questions earlier for online palengke na natabunan na ng ibang messages. Pero ito po, babasahin ko na lang. Ito po, for online palengke, based on your experience, how long would it take for income to come in after setting up your e-shop or e-store?
Um, just what we said before, nung nag-start kami in 2018, we're just receiving 3 orders a week. Negative yon, walang kita yon. But yun nga, hindi natin ini-expect yung pandemic. Sobra-sobra na. I mean, sobra-sobra na yung kinita. Oo.
Okay, thank you po. How about perspective naman ni Ma'am Jane? Hello po, Ma'am Jane. Ano po, kasi meron din siyang experience with online store. Nandiyan po ba si Ma'am Jane? Nakamute daw po.
Okay, I'm actually more on into kasi digital products. I'm basically more on digital products. So, but basically again, yung kanina, yung vision ba? Yung na-mention kanina ni Sir. I'm more into moms kasi. So I'm more into moms. So andun yung I wanted them just stay at home and be with your kids. So I think yun nga yung sinabi ni Sir Buddy na hindi talaga agad-agad yan. Okay? Hindi talaga agad-agad. And yes, you will lose clients. I did. I lose clients. But because I love what I'm doing, I continue with my journey. I'm into training actually. So and then it's more on creating the jobs in the countryside. So go back talaga on the vision. Why are you doing that one?
Yes, importante talaga yung may vision, no? Kasi yan talaga yung mag-guide sa'yo at mag-motivate sa'yo to keep on or to continue. Okay, ito naman po, another question from Ma'am Rona. Ito po, sa online palengke, what are the factors do you consider to set the delivery fee and to get the certain profit just right for the said online palengke requests? Kasi iba-iba po yung weight o dami ng pinamili.
For delivery, for shipping fee, no? How to compute the shipping fee. Actually, for shipping fee, we just base it on Lalamove. Sorry, ayan. We just base it on Lalamove. So, from our point to dun sa point nila, for example, sa ano siya, Manila, sa may Vito Cruz, ganyan. So, I set that up from here sa location ko to Manila, ano yung average na amount ng shipping fee. And then the rest, so yun yung babayaran nila. The rest, sobra or kulang, will take care of it. That's just what we did because they care a lot about shipping fee. And that's also a factor kung malaki yung order niya or konti kasi sabihin niya, dagdagan ko na yung order ko kasi malaki yung shipping fee or yan lang yung orderin ko tapos ang layo pa. But ko pa ipupush, mag-grocery na lang ako. So, the shipping fee, I believe it has to be for them. What's affordable for them. Yun.
So what we did, parang subsidized. Parang in some of the cost ng shipping fee, amin na lang yan.
Yes.
Tapos, but meron kami mga solutions right now na we're aiming to put up satellite branches para yung mga malalayong lugar, hindi na magiging malaki yung shipping fee. Or kung kakayanin namin i-shoulder na yung shipping fee para libre na. So, ayun yung mga future plans. Yun yung mga kailangan namin gawin.
Okay, thank you po. Klarong-klaro, no? Thank you. Next naman po ito, I think the either or I think both of our speakers can answer this question. This one po is from e-commerce. When or if this pandemic will be over, do you see e-commerce booming or will it decline? Let's start na lang po muna with online palengke.
Ang advantage namin nung nagkaroon ng pandemic, we were able to get a database. So may database na kami. Let's say for example, meron kaming 5,000 phone numbers and emails in our database because of the pandemic na nangyari. So hindi man sila umorder kasi let's face it, may komportable pa rin sila na mag-grocery, di ba? Ganun talaga. But at least meron kaming database na pangahawa na pwede namin silang i-remind na bakit pwede nyo i-try ulit yung adding services, things like that. So, yun yung nagkaroon kami na na-fast track. Kasi, di ba, hindi mo naman din makukuha ganun kadali. Sabi ko nga, yung kanina, yung it will take 15 years para mag-boom yung e-commerce at na-fast track yun lang yan in 1 week. So, nakuha na namin yung database. So, meron na kami pangahawakan na we are positive na magdi-decline but hindi mamamatay yung business.
Okay, thank you so much po. How about po si Ma'am Jane?
Ako, for me, it will go for booming. You know why? So I've been in the online industry since 2008, and I have seen yung talaga, yung pataas talaga siya. And with the current situation natin na yun, people will not take the risk, really, to go out, diba? So I think it's more on the booming side na doon na talaga tayo. This is the new, kumbaga sinasabi nga, the new normal. Diba? So talaga yan, going up talaga for me.
Okay po, thank you po. Now for our next question, this is from one of our participants, of course, si Ma'am Angeline Hamisola. So, Ma'am, maybe you can turn on your cam and your mic para rin marinig namin ang iyong boses, and maybe you want to ask your question directly to our speakers.
Okay. Hello po. Narinig po ba ako?
Yes po.
Okay po. So, you mentioned that there were times na yung mga competitors nyo, they copied all your ideas. So, during the times when they have copied your ideas, ano po yung pinanindigan nyo to set yourselves apart from others?
What you did was, if they copy what you did, you change it and you make it better. So for example, ang offering ko for that week is naglagay ako ng santol and siniguelas sa shop which does not exist on any other shop. And then ang ginawa nila, nag-offer din sila ng santol and siniguelas. So what I'll do is I will give out free siniguelas and santol to everyone. And that's how you one up it. Now, iba ka na.
And in addition to that, yun nga, babalik ka pa rin doon sa core na you're giving the best quality because we know exactly the quality na hinahanap ng mga supermarket because we deliver vegetables in supermarket. So we know exactly ano yung quality na hinahanap ng supermarket. And that, yun ang gusto namin gawin lagi ay mas mataas pa doon. So kung a competitor ay ngayon lang pumunta dyan, pumasok dyan, at yung competitor ay dating taga-palengke, most likely ang quality na sinasabi niya ay yung palengke quality. And ganun yung mangyayari. Pwede niya i-claim through ads, pwede niya i-claim sa mga social media accounts niya na we have the best quality. But the clients mismo ang magsasabi later on na kami talaga ang best quality, hindi sila.
So, consistency.
Consistency, yes.
Yes, tama naman. Opo, 'di ba? If you have or if you sell quality products talaga, babalik at babalikan kayo ng inyong clients. 'Yun. Okay po. Ito, merong comment si Ma'am Rana, tsaka quality product and customer service. Oo nga po. Yun. That's correct. So, to our participants, meron pa po bang mga tanong? Baka meron pa kayong gustong itanong. You can raise your hand. Okay, going once, going twice, going thrice. Okay, wala na daw. So, before, of course, before we say goodbye to our speakers for this afternoon, we'd like to ask for a message naman, of course, to our participants. Kasi ito mga participants natin ay parang, if I'm not mistaken, they are thinking of going into e-commerce. So ano po yung gusto nyong iparating sa kanila? So start with our first speaker, Ma'am Jane.
I think ang pinaka-importante, you start first with the why. Okay? Importante talaga, why are you doing? Kasi ang hirap po magsimula ka na isang bagay na hindi, wala bang, kumbaga walang clarity, why are you doing it? Okay? Yan. And second one is, you always have to go with what's the problem. Go look for that problem. Okay? Kasi yung problem na yan, if you can be a problem solver, like what I think what online palengke kasi ang hirap na lumabas, 'di ba? So syempre you want convenience. So basically because you know the problem, then you provide the solution. The solution is the convenience. Okay? So basically you have to identify on that one. And then once you have andun yung clarity why, you need to know what's the problem, what's the solution, who is going to be your market. Hindi kasi pwede lahat i-serve eh. You have to set a certain segment ng market. Okay? Kasi hindi pwede lahat, kumbaga hindi mo i-serve lahat as a master. There must be one, okay? And then once from there, once andun na yung ano mo, then it's time for you to go out. Don't be shy. Get out from the comfort zone because running an online business is not really easy. Okay? So, kumbaga meron kaming tinatawag, okay, if you are into online industry, don't stop there kundi nga. So we normally have this one nga talaga, and we have families to no, so just keep on going, lang, at the same time be of service, always be of service to other people because it's all about service. Okay, so yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Jane Maghanoy, for that very inspiring message. Yun. Now, let's go naman to our second speaker, Sir Buddy and Ma'am Cheska.
Completely agree with Miss Jane. The why, dun ka babalik at babalik. Kasi it will get hard. It will get hard. And so we always have to get back to your why. And another thing, pag nandun ka na sa low, just show up. Just show up. You don't get to the high part if you don't go through the low part. So just stay, just show up, just keep on.
Well, sa akin, in online, it's just a platform. So, online ka man or the traditional business ka, importante talaga na naintindihan mo ano yung business mo. So, ang lagi kong best example dyan is si ABS-CBN. Sasabihin, ano ba ang business ni ABS-CBN? Sasabihin ng tao, nagpo-produce ng TV show. Diba? But hindi yun ang business ni ABS-CBN. Ang business niya ay magbenta ng ad spot sa mga advertisers para kunin yung spot. Doon siya kumikita, hindi doon sa pag-produce ng TV show, kundi doon sa pagbenta ng ads. Okay? So, ganun siya sa business. Pag hindi mo naintindihan yung deeper meaning ng business mo, ikaw mismo na nag-business, lost ka. Hindi mo alam ang magiging direction mo. So, hindi mo alam ano ang magiging strategy mo kung hindi mo alam yung business mo in the first place.